Hi, my name is Marco. I'm in Miami, and today I want to talk to you about how sometimes, unfortunately, you end up running into some bad apples and with mechanics that really abuse your lack of knowledge of auto repairs. So here's my story. My brother opened up a plant in Atlanta, and he brought up some cousins from Mexico to work in the plant. He also had a 2011 Hyundai Sonata that he had here in Miami. So he called me, told me that if I could bring up the car up to them up in Atlanta for them to use. The car was older. Obviously, this happened a couple of years ago. It had 146,000 miles, but I fixed it up, gave it an oil change, tuned up the whole thing, brought it up to them. 6 months later, I get a call from my brother and said something happened to the car. Please call my cousins and help them so that they can fix the car. So I talked to my cousin, and he mentioned that while they were driving back from work, the car stalled completely in front of the house, and there was a small oil leak on the floor. So obviously I knew that something catastrophic had happened to the engine, and so I instructed them to call a tow truck, get it to the shop, have them check to see how bad the situation is, and to keep me updated so that I could help them with the decisions as to how to proceed. About a week later, my brother calls me and goes, something really is strange here. There's something wrong. Call our cousins and find out what's going on. So I talked to them, and they go, well, we took it to the shop, and the shop told us that they couldn't start the car to check the damage, and so they needed to put a new starter in there. I'm going like, okay, so the engine is shot, it won't start, and now they're trying to get you to put starter in the car. I mean, it's kind of weird. So I go, so you're holding up on the? He goes, no, we already had it done. I'm going like, oh my god. So I said, okay, well then, do you have the receipt? What debit card or credit card did you put it on? Oh, we couldn't pay with a credit card or a debit card. The shop told us that they did not accept credit cards or debit cards. I'm going like, oh my god. I said, the only recourse that you had in that situation is to go to the bank and dispute the charge. So obviously the shop knew that that was going to happen if they allowed them to pay with a credit card or a debit card. So they paid cash for it, and I said, well, unfortunately, there's really nothing we can do now, unless you go back to the place and tell them that was an unnecessary repair because the engine is shot. It has nothing to do with the starter. Bottom line is, obviously, the shop did not refund or accept our explanation or anything like that. So it was a $700 expensive lesson. And all because the shop knew that my cousins were from Mexico and they were not knowledgeable on how the process is done here, and so they took advantage of them. I mean, make them pay for an unnecessary repair. It's just outright thievery.